Hey, y'all, welcome to the WDVX Blue Plate Special. We're here in beautiful downtown Knoxville, Tennessee, inside Visit Knoxville. And you can feel free to come join us if you like. But if you can't be here with us today, know that you can watch it streaming live right now from our WDVX Facebook page or our YouTube channel. And it's streaming live right now, but you can also watch it back later at your convenience. So our friend here today has come down from Virginia to make some music for us. So let's give him a great big welcome. Welcome, Jacob Paul Allen, to the Blue Plate Special.
Thank y'all so very much. Thanks, Red. It's good to be here. I've done the Blue Plate Special once before, and this is my second time, but first time on this stage, so really happy to be here today. Like Red said, I'm from Virginia, and a little small town there in Nelson County called Tyro. And sometimes when you're in a small town, you learn some lessons in a small town, and this is a lesson I learned in a small town, and it's kind of about waiting your turn kind of thing. So I like to say this song is a love song in a way. It's a song that was inspired by an ex-best friend and his ex-girlfriend. And this song's called Mean and Cruel, y'all, and it goes a little something like this.
Well, I got a woman, mean and cruel. I got a woman, she's mean and cruel. I got me a woman that's mean and cruel, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. Well, she beats anything that I done seen. Man, she don't cook and she won't clean. I cross my heart and I hope to die, and I stick that needle right in my eye. That I got a woman, mean and cruel. I got a woman, she's a mean and cruel. I got me a woman that's mean and cruel, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh, Lord, I don't know. Well, she about as ornery as a Charlie bull of grit and vinegar. Yeah, she's full. She got a mean right hook and a booty, baby. I got a shotgun and she knows how to shoot it. I got a woman, mean and cruel. I got a woman, she's a mean and cruel. I got me a woman that's mean and cruel, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh no, maybe I should run. Well, my best friend, he done told me, son, you ought to just leave that woman. I told him I would, man, if I could, but when she love on me, it feels too good. Well, I got a woman, mean and cruel. I got a woman, she's a mean and cruel. I got me a woman that's a mean and cruel, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. Well, I got a woman, mean and cruel. I got a woman, mean and cruel. I got me a woman that's mean and cruel, and I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Thank y'all so much there. A tune about inspired by my ex-best friend's ex-girlfriend, who is now my wife. We've been happily married for 3 years now. It was worth the wait. But I told you I was from a little small town in Nelson County called Tyro, and the first song I ever wrote was about growing up in Tyro. And you know, you always hear the old folks when you're a young whippersnapper out there, and they're telling you about how good it was back when they were kids and how good they had it and all that. And as you're a kid, you never really think about it. You don't think they're telling the truth. You're like, how can it be any better than it is right now? And I was thinking about that very thing when I wrote this song. It's the very first song I ever wrote. It's been over 20 years now. That's hard to believe. But it's a song called Tyro, about the town I grew up in, Tyro. And it's inspired by an event that is a true story. Myself and my 6-year-old cousin and my 9-year-old brother one day decided to paint my granddaddy's pigs. Now, I don't think we intended to paint the pigs. I think we might have felt a little guilty about trying to steal some Freezy Pops from their basement after they told us we couldn't have any more Freezy Pops. But somehow or another, we got our hands on a can of paint and 3 paintbrushes and set out towards granddaddy's hog pen. And at the end of it all, there wasn't one single speck of paint on the hog pen, but 3 of us were covered head to toe, and so were all 5 of granddaddy's pigs. So those are my good old days, and that's what this is about. It's called Tyro, y'all. It goes a little something like this.
I hear the old folks talk about the good old days, back when everything was cheap and they had it made. A gallon of gas used to cost a quarter, and they missed their clean mountain water. How it ran out the holler, wild and free. I did the same when I turned 18. And life's been good, treating me fair, but I ain't near as good as it was back then. In the tiny town of Tyro, man, we had it made. Didn't even know it. Gone 3 months without no shoes, and we were running barefoot, breaking all the rules. Man, the crazy things we did, like the time we painted granddaddy's pigs. Gone hand fishing every day, oh, not being scared of water snakes. When I think about the good old days, I go back to the summers where I was raised. Well, I passed by the old store just the other day, and the childhood memories put a smile on my face. Playing those games like hide and go seek, counting to 100 and trying not to peep. Old Junior Buck saying he gonna get real mad, playing kickball and killing his grass. Leona coming out, raising cane, 'cause enough foul balls done busted window pane. In the tiny town of Tyro, man, we had it made. Didn't even know it. We're gone 3 months without no shoes, and we were running barefoot, breaking all the rules. Man, the crazy things we did, like the time we painted granddaddy's pigs. Gone hand fishing every day, oh, not being scared of water snakes. When I think about the good old days, I go back to the summers where I was raised. Well, sometimes we got away, sometimes we got caught, sometimes we got along, sometimes we fought. Looking back now, all I can say is, man, I'm missing those good old days. In the tiny town of Tyro, man, we had it made. Didn't even know it. Gone 3 months without no shoes, and we were running barefoot, breaking all the rules. Man, the crazy things we did, like the time we painted granddaddy's pigs. Gone hand fishing every day, oh, not being scared of water snakes. So when I think about the good old days, when I think about the good old days, when I think about the good old days, I go back to the summers where I was raised. Where I was raised. I go on back to the summers where I was raised.
Thank you.
It's Jacob Paul Allen with us here today on the Blue Plates special. Did you get in trouble for painting the pigs?
You know, I have to imagine that we did get in trouble, but in the whole event of the matter, I found out that apparently cameras and such were not invented or even dreamed up or thought of in Tyro, Virginia until 1988, because in 1987 there was no photographic evidence of this particular event, which I found very hard to believe. So if 3 kids paint pigs, somebody's going to take a picture these days, but it just didn't happen back then.
Well, that's funny. All right. So you grew up there. What was your what brought you into music? What was your first connection with music? Was it in church or school or family? Where?
A little bit of all of it, really. Like my grandmother was Southern Baptist when she planted her roots in Tyro, Virginia, and started going to church and getting part of the community. She was baptized Southern Baptist, which might seem very odd for someone pretty much straight off the boat from Austria, Vienna, Austria. But she was baptized Southern Baptist, got a community, and we always would go to church with her. And so I remember all the old gals and guys singing there in church. But she was a huge fan of Elvis, so I watched all the Elvis movies when I was a kid. So pretending to be Elvis and shaking the legs out on the back porch with a broomstick, that was it. And a cousin of mine, who I'll actually play a song of his later, he was the only one that I knew growing up really and remembered playing guitar. And every time he had a guitar, I was right in front of him. And then, Mom was a single mother raising us in restaurants and stuff like that. And every time there was a musician, I was the guy right in front of the stage, a little kid pestering the musician. So I think I had it in there all along, but I didn't really take it seriously until 28 years old, getting out of college and starting to do open mics.
Well, by the time you were doing that, you had to already be writing your own songs. So when did the songwriting come along?
The songwriting, like I said, that song I just played, Tyro, was the first one I wrote, and that's kind of where it maybe started. My mom will tell you that the first song I wrote was a song, something about, we were in Virginia Beach, and we were going to work one morning, and I used to sell fresh shrimp on the side of the road down there in Virginia Beach, Norfolk area, and there's these trees. We're in this little field, and they looked very like jungly, like African jungle, savanna. So I just made up this little string about this song about them bees in the African forest, and reminded me of the rhinoceros. And it was just a little 1 or 2 liner. But Mom says that's the first song I wrote. But for me, it was the song Tyro. So I guess 18, 19 was when the songwriting started.
Getting that particular line to rhyme is quite a feat.
Yeah, rhinoceros, whoever would have thought.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure I've never heard it in a song, that word, before.
Maybe I'll have to finish it.
Especially as a rhyme. So good job there for your first effort. Now let's talk about efforts. Now, I know that you, I think it was 23, you put out your debut EP. Mm-hmm. But since then, have you been putting out some singles? I saw some singles out there, but I didn't know if those came before or after.
Yeah, so my first release was a song called Southern Love. That was the first single, and then another single, If I Stay. And then the EP came, 6 months after that. And then about 6 months after that, the single Tyro came out. So I've got 6 songs total, a 5-song EP, and then one single out there on the interwebs and all that fun stuff. But really looking forward to taking some of the new songs and that I've written and showing off the artist I am now. Some of those older songs are a reflection of who I was as a younger writer, a younger artist. So it'll feel good to get some of these newer ones out.
So you can find them also, they're streaming wherever, but they're also available right there on his website at jacobpaulallen.com. So tomorrow, headed up to Roseland, Virginia, Saturday, Louisa. Sunday, Richmond, Virginia. He has a really busy schedule. And to find the complete schedule, it's right there at jacobpaulallen.com. He also has merch here in the house, and we always encourage our audience to shake and howdy with our performer after the show and thank them for making music for us. But for now, I'm going to back out of the way. We'll get some more music from Jacob Paul Allen on the WDVX Blue Plate Special.
All right, we'll pick back up with, I mentioned something about you learn some lessons growing up in a small town. Sometimes you got to get out of that small town to learn some lessons, and as you go through life, you take the ups and downs and the twists and turns, and if you make it through long enough, you're bound to have some scars and bumps and bruises along the way. And here's a song I got from particular experiences and a couple experiences earlier in life, in my early 30s. This one's called Open Wounds. It goes a little something like this.
Well, I sold Granddaddy's Gibson, keep a roof over our head. I know it made him roll around in his grave, but that guitar was finally keeping my family fed. The speakers I sold right with it, I didn't need them like I did before. 'Cause they're all part of a dream I had, but I ain't dreaming like that anymore. That two-bedroom apartment was getting smaller by the day. I was playing stepdad to a 7-year-old with another one on the way. And I can't say, only heaven knows, I guess it's just what the good Lord chose. But baby didn't make it, neither did we. I gave up my dreams, she gave up on me. Well, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. What in the world are you gonna do? Some wounds heal, others don't. I got a couple that I know won't. Got a couple that I know won't. 2 years before, she had called and said she was falling in love with someone else. So I bought a ticket on a westbound flight, got to California later on that night. I spent the last dime I had to my name, but he told me I'd gone insane. Looking back now, it's a damn sad fact. That's $1,000 I'd like to have back. Well, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. What in the world are you gonna do? Some wounds heal and others don't. I got a couple that I know won't. Oh yeah, got a couple that I know won't. Baby, I had it coming this hard to say. I was a real piece of work back in my day. Or maybe it was part of a greater plan. 12 years later, I'm a married man. We got a son and they're my world. But sometimes I still wonder, was it gonna be a boy? Or was it gonna be a girl? Well, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. What in the world are you gonna do? Some wounds heal and others don't. I got a couple that I know won't. Oh yeah, I got a couple that I know won't.
Thank you so much. Where do you go from open wounds, huh? I guess you hope you get lucky and you hope that some of those wounds heal up kind of nice. And sometimes they do. And that'll take us to this next song here. Sounds mighty fine to me. This song I wrote when I was living in Nashville. And quick story, I really wanted to enter this song into a songwriting contest because I was getting some positive feedback on it. But I didn't have the money. And lo and behold, can't make this stuff up, went to the mailbox, and I got a check in there from a credit card company saying I'd overpaid my balance. And I was like, great, that's awesome. I'll take this $80, I'll enter my song to the contest, which was $25, and I'll pay the $55 to register the song online so that no one can steal it from me. And off I sent my song into the songwriting contest, American Songwriter Magazine, April 2017, I do believe it was. Didn't think anything of it. About a month and a half later, American Songwriter sends me an email and says, congratulations, your song was picked as honorable mention in this month's songwriting contest. Out of about 1,000 entries, I guess, across the country, my song was honorable mention. I was pretty proud of that. So here's my claim to fame. This one's called Scars. It goes a little something like this.
Well, there's one on my forehead, one on my knee. I got one in 85, the other in 83. On my left calf and my right elbow. Hard lessons learned long time ago. Oh, I got a few of my knuckles and one on my chin, left over from the fights I didn't win. Some inside that you can't see, left over from a girl who got the best of me. All from living too fast or moving too slow or taking wrong turns at the forks in the road. Life's gonna leave its mark while you're trying to make yours. And tell me what else are we all here living for? We're just hoping to leave better than we came and trying to uphold our family names, letting this world know just who we are. Yeah, you give it hell and hell, yeah, life's gonna leave scars. They don't bleed like they used to. These permanent reminders of what I've been through. Wild nights with friends, crazy ex-lovers. I'd like to relive some and forget others. Oh, I'm far from seeing my last one. I'm bound to have a few more. When it's all said and done, life's gonna leave its mark while you're trying to make yours. And tell me what else are we all here living for? We're just hoping to leave better than we came and trying to uphold our family names, letting this world know just who we are. Yeah, you give it hell and hell, yeah, life's gonna leave scars. And like a shoebox full of old photographs, some will make you cry, some will make you laugh, but each and every single one tells a story about who you are and where you come from. Hey, life's gonna leave its mark while you're trying to make yours. And tell me what else are we all here living for? We're just hoping to leave better than we came and trying to uphold our family names, letting this world know just who we are. Yeah, you give it hell and hell, yeah, life's gonna leave scars. Yeah, you give it hell, hell, yeah, life's gonna leave a scar. Well, I've been giving it hell, and hell, yes, I've earned my scars.
Thank you so much.
It's Jacob Paul Allen with us here today on the Blue Plate Special. Quickly, I need to mention the WDVX Blue Plate Special is presented by Barley's Taproom and Pizzeria on Jackson Avenue down in Knoxville's Old City. It's home of the Big Plate on Fridays at noon. This Friday, we'll have a bluegrass for you from Tim Decker and Tennessee River. Additional support comes from Modelo Especial and Corona Extra, as well as Visit Knoxville. You can find more information about the Blue Plate Special by visiting our website at WDVX.com. And who's heading our way tomorrow? 3 times a lady will be here with us. They are they're 3 individual singer-songwriters, but they do a tribute in the style of the trio, which is Emmylou Harris and Linda Ronstadt and Dolly. Dolly is in there as well. And there were revolving members of the trio throughout the years, but they do some of the trio tribute, and then they do some of their own singer-songwriter material as well. They're performing up at Dollywood right now, and they'll be with us tomorrow. So Jacob Paul Allen is here with us today. Last time he was with us, he did a big plate. Had the band and everything with him. Now you're out there on the road doing a little solo tour there as as you will. But you know, which do you like the best? Do you like touring with the big band, or you like being up there and holding down the fort yourself?
Well, hopefully none of the band is listening, but I prefer. No, I'm just kidding. You know, it's an even split for me. When everything's clicking and all you guys in the band are on the same page and the crowd's feeling it and the energy you get from that, I mean, there's no better high than that, and that's what keeps us in this game, I think. And to counter that, you know, when you're in a room, a listening room or something like that, where you can hear a pin drop 2 miles away and everyone's listening to you breathe and like listening for the next thing you're going to say, that's when you can capture those moments and the people are really, you can tell they're into it. That puts you up there on a pedestal, and it makes you feel really, really good. And so you really enjoy those moments. And I really, you know, as far as traveling though, my personal experience and the little touring I've done, it's very easy to travel by yourself. I'm just going to say that.
Less complicated. All right, y'all, we're going to get a few more tunes here this afternoon from Jacob Paul Allen on the WDVX Blue Plate Special.
For this next tune I want to play, it's actually my newest tune. I've been wanting to write this song for a long, long time now, 10 years or better. I've had at least the first opening line in my head, and I never found the time to finish it or never made myself finish it. And as I was leaving the tour last Thursday to go down to Nashville and all that, I knew I had 8 hours, and I was like, all right, in this 8 hours, I'm finishing this song. Because I drove by the spot that reminds me of this song every time. There's a great big old oak tree on the side of the road, and under that oak tree used to be a single wide trailer. And like I said, growing up in a small town, I learned a couple hard lessons in that trailer. So here's one called The Hard Earned Kind, and it goes a little something like this.
On a roadside hill underneath an old oak tree, there's a flat piece of ground where a single wide trailer used to be. One night in that trailer, drinking Beam and Mountain Dew, I laid her down with a little bit of something to prove. Oh, I knew what I was doing, at least that's what I thought. But I had a long way to go, is what I got taught. It's been 25 years and still I ain't forgot. No, I think about it every time I drive by that spot. Hard lessons, how they stick around, like the crusted over snows on February ground. North side of the mountain where the sun don't shine. Lessons last a little longer when they are the hard-earned kind. Well, I used to know a girl they say would sometimes cheat, and every now and then that was on him with me. How bad that was, I guess it never sank in, right up until the day that it was on me with him. Hard lessons, how they stick around, like the crusted over snows on February ground. North side of the mountain where the sun don't shine. Lessons last a little longer when they are the hard-earned kind. When they are the hard-earned kind. Oh, my great-granddaddy, they say, was a know-it-all kind. Everybody's business, that's what he wouldn't mind. And when he said my mama might have a secret to tell, well, Daddy told him to go right straight to hell. After Granddaddy died, my pops, he learned the truth. Now that's the kind of regret that can really eat away at you. Hard lessons, how they stick around, like the crusted over snows on February ground. North side of the mountain where the sun don't shine. Lessons last a little longer when they are the hard-earned kind. Oh, they last a little longer when they are the hard-earned kind. When they are the hard-earned kind.
Thank you so much. Brand new song for you, brand new. I think I got time for a couple more here, and again, we're gonna just stick with the lessons learned theme here. I bought a brand new pickup truck when I was about 28 years old, and the truth be told, it wasn't a pickup truck at all. It was a 96 Chevy Blazer, which means it was not brand new. It had 196,000 miles on it, but I bought it from one of those places you buy cars and trucks when you got terrible credit. So I went in there, gave them 25% down, and I had to pay like 40% interest for the next year or so. But you know, that's what you do when you're 28 and you got bad credit. So I did that. I worked real hard, and I was very proud of my Blazer truck. But the gentleman that ran the auto place, bless his heart, W.E. Smith, he said, "Now you got 7 days to bring this vehicle on back, young man, and my crew will fix that thing up for you, no charge at all." Well, on day number 10, I pulled into the driveway, and the old truck gets to bucking and jumping like a wild, crazed horse. And I thought, oh no, check engine light came on, and I was like, this is terrible. Let me call up W.E. and see if I can get it fixed. W.E. said, yeah, bring it on in, but we got to charge you. It's on day 10. I was like, wow, he drives a hard bargain. All right. So I got my dad to fix the truck, and we started looking at it and checking everything out, and luckily Dad's mechanically inclined. I am not. Long story even longer. Come to find out, we put a little gas in that thing, and she fired right up. My gas gauge had stopped working, and it ran out of gas. Luckily, I was real close to home. So the lesson learned there is don't trust your gas gauge all the time. You know, you never know when things are going to give out on you. But that inspired this song. It's called Tie One On. It's the name of the little tour I'm on this year, and it's what's on the back of the T-shirt and the stickers and stuff over there if you're so inclined later. But anyway, just a fun drinking song. I feel like every songwriter's got to have at least one drinking song. Here's one called Tie One On.
With that dashboard light, it brings more bad news, telling me that I need a service engine soon. You can add that to the list of things that keep going wrong. Oh, tonight, think I might tie one on. Well, I went to get the mail. I was looking for a check, but a box full of bills, that's all that I get. And it's another day of hard work, another dollar gone. Oh, tonight, think I might tie one on. Oh, tonight I'm gonna get my drink on. I ain't gonna stop until the liquor's gone. Raise a little hell, had me too much fun. Gonna let it all come undone. Don't give a damn about right or wrong. Here tonight, think I might tie one on. Oh, Lord. Well, I was on my way to work when wouldn't you know, the boss man, he called me and he said, son, I gotta let you go. I pulled a Johnny paycheck when I hung up the phone. Said tonight, think I might tie one on. Oh, tonight I'm gonna get my drink on. I ain't gonna stop until the liquor's gone. Raise a little hell, had me too much fun. I'm gonna let it all come undone. I don't really care about right or wrong. Here tonight, think I might tie one on. You can take my keys, I ain't going home. And And if I do, I won't be alone. I'll probably end up where I don't belong. Here tonight, think I might tie one on. Here tonight, I'm gonna get my drink on. I ain't gonna stop, ain't stopping till the liquor. Tonight, I'm gonna get my drink on. I ain't gonna stop till the liquor's gone. Raise a little hell, have me too much fun. I'm gonna let it all come undone. I don't give a damn about right or wrong. Here tonight, think I might tie one on. Here tonight, think I might tie one on. I'll probably end up where I don't belong. Here tonight, the last day of winter, we just might tie one on.
It's Jacob Paul Allen with us here today on the Blue Plate Special. He's got one more tune for us here today. You know, Jacob, when you were talking earlier about, you know, being that kid who liked to be on the front row, watching the musician, soaking it in.
I've been seeing that. Yeah. It's making me feel real good. It's making me miss home. So I've been gone for 2 weeks, and I got a 21-month-old son. So yeah, it's been a long 2 weeks, but I'm very excited to be home. So seeing this young man smiling is really hit me in the heart.
Mm-hmm. Well, y'all can again join us again tomorrow. 3 times a lady will be here with us. You can always find out who is headed in our direction by visiting WDVX.com. Again, Roseland, Virginia tomorrow. He'll be in Louisa, Virginia on Saturday, Sunday in Richmond. And as I mentioned, it's a very busy schedule, and you can check it out there at jacobpaulallen.com. There's merch available here in-house. You can feel free to stop by the merch table if you like. But we always encourage our audience just to say thank you, shaking howdy, and thank them for being here with us after the show. Thank you for being here with us today.
Thanks for having me.
Will you leave us with the last one?
Yeah, I certainly will. And I think this song seems fitting because I was going to stop and see my friend in Bristol on the way home. I haven't seen him for a while, and I hope he's not listening, doesn't get offended by me not stopping. But as I mentioned, I'm homesick, so I'm going to leave here and go straight to Nelson County and see my wife and my son before bedtime. So this is a song about playing music out on the road, and you know, it's real nice to have friends out there that give you a place to sleep, a warm bed, a couch, or a floor, or something to sleep on to help save a little money out there. But it's nothing beats your own bed and taking your hot shower in your own shower, and sometimes you just miss home and you want to be there. So that's what this song's about. It's called Hey Sweet Baby. It goes a little something like this.
My hair is long and my beard ain't shaved. I've been out here for 2 weeks straight, out on the road singing these songs. Days are getting short and the nights getting long. Hey, sweet baby, I'm coming home. I got a gig down in Knoxville playing live, and I bait the tip jar with my last 5. Well, I sure do hope they're the giving kind. Need a tank of gas to make the county line. Hey, sweet baby, I'm coming home. 'Cause I wanna spend the night in your arms, not in a motel or in my car. I don't wanna hear the ringing in my head of an amplifier up to 10, trying to ignore a bright light glare or a loudmouth drunk in a cornered shed. Paying my dues, paying the band, don't know how much more that I can stand. Hey, sweet baby, I'm coming home. Here I come. Well, it's a hard life, baby, I know it is. And I'm beginning to wonder if this shoe fits. I got a real mad liver and bloodshot eyes. My heart aches for a mountain sky. Hey, sweet baby, I'm coming home. 'Cause I wanna spend the night in your arms, not in a motel or in my car. I don't want to hear the ringing in my head of an amplifier. Up to 10, trying to ignore a bright light glare or a loudmouth drum in a corner chair. Hey man, can you play any Zach Bryan songs? Paying my dues, paying the band. Don't know how much more that I can stand. Hey, sweet baby, I'm coming home. Well, my feet are tired and my fingers sore. Couldn't pay me enough to play one more chord. The microphone smells like sour mash, and I'm high on whiskey, getting a little bit low on cash. Hey, sweet baby, I'm coming home. Said, hey, sweet baby, I'm coming. Up around the corner, up around the bend. Open up the doors and let me in. Hey, sweet baby, I'm coming home. Oh, hey, sweet baby, I'm coming home.
Thank y'all. Thank you so very much. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you.
Jacob Paul Allen, thank y'all, and join us again next time for more real live music on the Blue Plate Special.